So that was July, and I did not hit my goal of finish every book that you start in the month, unfortunately, but I think I got my currently reading. Actually, no, I think my currently reading went up as well from 43 to 44. Was it? I feel like it was 47, but my notes say 43. I did get the non-fiction in the French though, so we are good. There were quite a few times when I thought that I had killed this plant, and I'm really glad to see that it's perking up again. Okay, so the pot tipped over, but we have these, um, which should be okay. They should be okay. Anyway, I would just like to point out that I've only finished the first section on Duolingo, and the Les Liaisons Dangereuses Substack thing starts tomorrow, so we're having a good time. So, despite the website saying they had Spirits Abroad in stock, they don't. No shops in the country do. So, because of like Fairy Loot, I'm only allowed to buy one book per month, and I try to keep it to Waterstones because then I can get points. But if I want to do a book group, I just. Today was not a success, but it's fine. Um, I was not going to keep this for the month, so this is a bad thing to get into, but here we go. I don't know if I've mentioned Mice and Murder and Dropout. I took out a subscription. Mum and I are really enjoying this one, and it's just really fun. So, I've been told these are potatoes, which great, but they're two different colours. So I'm a little sus. Okay, so I replanted in one of these in the biodegradable pots, and I put it in the watering can pot. And I'm not sure if that's enough, but I hope it will be. But in better news, after fucking up last month royally, Mum has managed to take out the previous row, and so I mean some of the stitches are a wee bit, but it's okay. I just started volume 2 of A Sicilian Romance, which is great. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. It is so ridiculous, and I'm having a lot of fun with it for that reason. I did have to dip out of the morning book group session early, but we've got an hour and a half, I think, until the next one, so that should be good. Project Gutenberg is great, and it's a wee bit hard to read. And I know this is my choice, and I am really enjoying it, but we had 2 Love Book Tour reviews going up this month, and I would just really love to get back to reading something that I'm not like obligated, even though like I obligated myself to do it. I'd just love to read something without that for a while again. So it is girls' night, and I think this is like the third time I'm getting to meet up with someone since the pandemic, and I'm really excited and nervous, and yeah, it's gonna be good. Oh my gosh, I thought that we were past it, but here's a new wee sprout. When I asked Mum to take a row out for me because I dropped a stitch, and I think the row before that I'd hit 44 instead of 45. I mean, I think I've made it worse. Like, this is so sloppy and uneven and gross looking. And, like, I can't ask for it to be taken out again because it's so bad as it is. And making it worse is just out of the question. I feel really bad now. That's just been like 12 hours or something. Oh my god, you're gorgeous. Okay, so the roots are very small and look very delicate. And okay, so I kind of reburied the root. There was really only one that was still, that didn't look shriveled. And then I just put some more soil on top of it so that it doesn't, fall out again. And we're gonna hope that's enough. I finished A Sicilian Romance recently, and it was mostly fun in Volume 1. It is ridiculous, the things that happen in that book. But the pace just slows to a crawl in Volume 2, and there wasn't really enough that I found funny to make it enjoyable. So 3 stars. I forgot that I had the ninth book in the Rivers of London series from the library. So I'm gonna do that audiobook now, and the next one I said was going to be Daughter of the Moon Goddess for the Draconathon. Okay, so hopefully we're not too late to catch the post office. I don't know if it's running on limited hours. Yeah, there's been a fire. Hello, I am realizing just now that I didn't update you on the library haul, and that's because there wasn't one. I have not been to the library, physical library, in years, and I remembered why. They just don't have the kind of books that I want. I did ask for two, and I think they're definitely ordering. I think I don't know how to pronounce Gaelic, and so, which is by Una Min Kavanagh, um, and maybe Minor Feelings by Kathy Park Hong. Both of these are like books that won my 25 at 25 video, and I have not read any of those 25 books yet. So if either one or both, hopefully both come in, I will be vlogging that. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess. So fascinating position I am now in. I have amongst our weapons, Little Way of Lucca, the Mime Order, the Way of All Flesh, She Said, as well as Empire in Black and Gold. That's 6 audiobooks currently taken out on loan from the library. Some of them are 16 plus hours. I did not mean for this to happen. Whoops. I understand that it isn't the season for them, but I feel like if I just leave these seeds in here, I'm going to put another layer on top of soil, then, maybe next year something will happen. So, this might be a big day for plants. I have no idea what that is. I didn't put anything else in here. In 3 hours, it went from like a taller version of what I showed you to this. You're growing so fast and so big. It's amazing. Also, like, that is just like a quarter later than it was when I watered it earlier this evening, which is wow. I guess I don't have to worry too much about overwatering them. It's 2 now, and the mushroom is dead. I don't know quite how that happened. The daily challenge, yearly 2022 reading challenge goes up 4 books a day. But I've read 250 now, mostly short stories, and it currently says I'm behind by 257. So I'm kind of hoping to like get it under 250 by the, shall we say, by the end of the week. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I have done nothing, but suddenly all of these leaves have perked up, even though 90 something percent of them were wilting and sagging. Plants, man, I don't know. I love them and I have no idea how they work. My copy of Spirits Abroad arrived yesterday, which I accidentally ordered it from the States, so, a day before book group is not bad. For better or for worse, I'm not sure which. It was actually a single short story, The House of Ants by Zensho, that we were going to read, and Queen of the Cloven Heart by Hailey Piper, because they're linked to the conference that's coming up. I preferred Queen of the Cloven Heart, which was horror, and there was some really nice gory bits in that. I don't remember if I showed you Spirits Abroad, if I just said it arrived. But this is the book. This is a recent re-release. And I love this cover. I know it's like supposed to be kind of creepy-ish, but it's just so cute. The cover illustration is by Wesley Olsbrook. Every time I put this on, I'm like, I need to remember to take this in a little bit around the bust, and then every time I forget until I put it back on again. But it is a really nice dress. And we're going out tonight, obviously. We've got another mushroom showing up. So I'm filming from this angle to kind of show how it's changed. This is kind of not far from the stage it looked, the first one before it died. And there we go, shriveled. Not as completely as the first one, but it went very quickly. There is another one growing though. So not only is the second mushroom not entirely dead, it's withering, but it's still a little bit upright. And this one here, there is now a fourth one, which, okay, all of them are kind of dead, but still standing in a way, so I don't know if they're entirely dead. I wasn't sure if I'd get to fill in the soil around the fibre pot, because I don't want to like bury it, and I don't know if you can see, but there's another one coming up underneath. Also, there's this wee one. Also, these are unread hardbacks, most of them. I'm going to be rearranging this. I'm going to be putting series together, books that are from series, that I don't have all of the series. I want to kind of focus on standalones for the rest of the year. I've been standing for like 3 minutes and my hands are already shaking that bad, so wish me luck. These two are the thinnest and scraggliest of them all so far. That one down in the hole, and then that one between the leaves. Also, in some good news, I found my copy of Castle in the Air by Diana Wynne Jones, which I started earlier this month and then just misplaced. Also, finally got to the Chinese supermarket, not me. I was sleeping, but this is the first time since the pandemic that we've managed to get my favourite milk tea, so I'm very happy. There's also cake, which, you know, I'm also happy about, but that's downstairs and I'm going back to bed, so. It's embarrassing how much I love this song. Also, it is really weird how little of these I remember, and how few of them I like. They're all dead now, and I don't see any coming up, so hopefully I can put in the soil like I've been meaning to. Did I not just this morning say we were done? What are you doing here? The other mushrooms haven't been split like that, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. Is this like a second type of mushroom? This entire thing is very unnerving. I'm pretty confident in that I know that not all mushrooms spore, but it's also autumn, and that particular kind of hay fever reaction started cropping up again recently, and my lungs are really not happy. So I'm gonna just like not have it on the bed anymore. It's arrived. I think it's the monthly subscription and not the damn, I can't remember what the other thing is, but it sounds good. So what I'm taking from this is that I could end this month on 300 books read. Also, it's been saying for like half the month you need to read 4 books a day in order to. Well, I've done 6 today, which I feel great about, and I wanna boast. I am 58% of the way through, and I'm gonna be so mad if I don't manage to finish the only book that I've managed to start for the Draconathon, because I love this readathon and I've been doing so badly with just readathons in general lately. Um, like I also was looking next month at wellness and well readathon as well as the seasonathon. It's just like no, you're excited but you're not going to be able to pull it off. But yeah, I am also at 250 books behind schedule, which is great because I almost passed 260 books behind schedule. Slowly clawing my way back. In order to like not fall further behind with my reading challenge, I've been reading a lot of short stories. So, like a 500 plus page book is much different in terms of pacing, and it took me a while to get into it. Most of part one, I would say. It is really good. I'm really enjoying it. It's also kind of been at the worst time because this Chinese drama came out. It is also Xianxia, like the book, and it's one of my favorite Xianxia dramas. It's gorgeous, and so I'm reading it, and it's like reminding me of the show that I really want to get back to. But also, this book is a trope that I was spoiled for, which I do really love, but I also wish I hadn't been spoiled for it because it's making my brain go into like analytical mode and I just want to enjoy something. The show is called Love Between Fairy and Devil, or Sanglanjue. Everything I said about like can't turn my analytical brain off. Oh wow, I still gasped. Wow. Amazing. I feel like a fool, but it is amazing. Okay, so it's haircut day. So I really like the length. I'm going to be honest. I don't think you can see it that well because dark trousers. Um, but it's past the knee, and I like that, and I'm going to miss it. Also, fun fact, because it is a cut and recolor appointment, it's 2 hours 10 minutes. Yep. I finished it. I loved it. Um, yeah, I love that Shinyan never. Sometimes you get books like this where it's like, oh, I need to save a family member and I'm going to go off on this adventure. And I find in those books, the romance kind of takes over and it's like, you had a purpose. whatever like sickness or whatever countdown hasn't paused, right? But she never forgot. And I loved that family was important to her. I really liked the big reveal. And yeah, there's a lot left unresolved because it is a duology. But I think it could have worked on its own. So I'm really happy because it did give me like a sense of completion. But I do want to know what's going to happen, and I really liked the author Sulan Tan's writing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever else comes after the series.